Hey, welcome back to another episode of The Average Uninformed. It's Christmas time, so obviously we are going to give you our top 3 Christmas movies. So grab a drink, sit back, and enjoy. It's the Joe Rogan experience.
Yeah.
It's
great. We've been going for like 3,000 episodes.
It's an indie podcast.
Don't you do it. Actually, it is because he doesn't have any sponsors really.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, but he doesn't do commercials.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
It's the beginning of the show.
Not on the episodes I watch. Is it part of like an ad? Like, so
it's an ad. I
have an ad blocker. So,
oh no, he reads them. He reads the ads.
Every episode I've watched.
What? It's the first 6 minutes every episode. This episode is brought to you by...
I watch them on YouTube. They don't have ads on YouTube.
Oh.
It just starts with them counting down into the interview.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Watch them on YouTube.
No, because I can't have YouTube in the background.
Well, then just minimize it. You dingus.
Hello, friends. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Whoop.
All right. I stand corrected, but on YouTube, it does not do any ads.
That's nice. I guess it'd be irritating if you had to watch an ad prior to listening to more ads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, here we are, Josh.
It's Christmas time.
Is it before Christmas or after Christmas?
You hear that, Victor? Those jingle bells? There's carolers outside. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. It's Christmas time, Victor.
Yes. Yes, it is, or was.
Or still is.
Oh, did you guys do Boxing Day shopping last year?
No.
You guys even care about that anymore?
No.
Do you guys have a list of like stuff that you're like itching to buy?
No.
Or, okay.
I just buy stuff. No, I just don't like. I'm fairly satisfied with my life, Victor. I'm not always looking to upgrade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why? Do you got stuff?
No. I used to have like a list of like movies I wanted to get.
Uh-huh.
But like, you know, not movies that like I would go out and pay full price for. You know, like Lord of the Rings. Because like
you wouldn't pay full price for Lord of the Rings?
Not really. I've seen them enough. Plus the fact that like I can't buy just like the regular non-extended version blows my mind. I don't want.
You just can't get both, right? At the same time.
What do you mean?
I feel like there's separate editions. You can't
for Blu-rays. You can. At least when I was looking for like a Blu-ray version of it, it was you either buy them individually or you bought them as a 3-pack in that gold little like case.
Yep. I have that.
All extended. There's no, unless you went to DVDs, there's no theatrical version of it.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So like movies like I had a list of movies like that, but in the last few years I kind of stopped buying movies. So
yeah. And
yeah.
I've kind of reached that too, where I used to collect a lot of physical copies of movies, but I've reached the point where I kind of have everything I want. And so now I only kind of buy like 1 or 2 movies a year. And it's usually movies that came out that year.
Yeah. Like Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah, that would be an example. Yep. Well, speaking of movies, Victor, and it is the holidays, we thought we'd talk about our favorite holiday movies, our favorite Christmas movies.
Yeah, I don't really have a Hanukkah movie, so this is
Christmas. You have a Thanksgiving movie? Or Halloween movie?
Oh, Halloween, yeah. Halloween.
That's my favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah, top 3 Christmas / holiday movies.
Sure.
I'm guessing your household is pretty big on. Do you guys watch those movies strictly like during the holidays? Like come December, do you guys start rolling through those Christmas movies? Or is that something?
I do. I have about 4 or 5 that I try to watch 1 or 2 of them every year, and I kind of just rotate them out. Like I watched this one last year, so maybe I'll watch this one instead. I've reached an age where it's like, as much as I love some of these movies, it's like you can't watch them every year.
Yeah.
But anyway, you should definitely watch our recommendations every year. All 6 of them. Victor, do you want to start? Or
Yeah. Let's start with the best one on my list. Which I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I don't know. Whatever. Not the best one, but like the one I've watched probably the most. Jingle All the Way, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yes, and Sinbad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can't remember his name, but
I liked that one.
It's about a man who is in search for an action figure of Turbo Man.
Right. Because he forgot to get it for his kid for Christmas.
Yeah.
And so he's going out Christmas Eve? Or is it like...
No, it's like really close to Christmas, I think.
A few days before Christmas to try to get... And it's like the hottest toy around right then for that Christmas season.
And so Amazon doesn't exist right now, and eBay, no.
Or cell phones.
Oh yeah, that too.
Smartphones.
Yeah, it's an Arnold Schwarzenegger family movie. It's funny. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't know if it's a good movie, but like I've watched it so many times, like I just love it. So in my mind, it's a good movie.
It's kind of interesting because it shows the other side of Christmas, the awful human side of Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Because like most Christmas movies are like at the end of it, the family are all watching it snow out the window and they're like, God bless us, everyone. And this one is just like, put that cookie down now. People are like tearing each other apart in stores trying to grab the toy that their kid's not going to care about next year. And
it's what you would expect Black Friday to look like.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
A lot of good memes have come from this too. Like, yeah, put that cookie down. Now.
It's turbo time. Yeah, I watched this movie a lot as a kid as well. Yeah.
Nice.
Even Arnold just running down the street trying to get to the radio station and him just going, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen.
Don't remember that.
Because the radio was going to give away a Turbo Man doll if you could say all the reindeer. And so the phone breaks. And so he's running to the radio station.
Oh yeah, okay.
He's just chanting it while he's booting it down the middle of the road.
But like, you know what I like about this movie? It feels very much like an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, which is fantastic. It doesn't feel like...
How so?
It's kind of ridiculous. Arnold Schwarzenegger is kind of like one of those actors that kind of really only plays one character. I mean, he's got like a family-friendly version of himself, and then he's got the action hero of himself. Okay. Like in my mind, it's either Commando or Turbo Man.
Okay.
There's not really any in between for him for me. Is there?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. You know okay. I'll give you that.
So I don't know. Like I like that this is a Christmas movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, not Arnold Schwarzenegger in a Christmas movie. I don't know what I'm saying. You know what? Forget what I'm saying. Forget what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm talking about. Been a long last few days. The point is, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger being Arnold Schwarzenegger in a Christmas movie, and it's awesome.
Yeah, and I think like all those lines that we were talking about, they're not inherently funny. I think it's just because of his delivery and his accent that makes them hilarious. Yeah. Like even Sinbad has some good lines in this one too. When he has this running joke where he's a postman, mailman, and he keeps threatening that he has a bomb in one of the parcels. And then there's one time where it actually is a bomb. And to this day, I still quote this movie, the line that he says when the bomb goes off, because he didn't think it was a bomb. He's like, it's a sick world with sick people living in it. Yeah, I'd agree. This movie's pretty great. I don't watch it that often, but I watched it a ton as a kid.
So my household, my dad's side, we would put on Christmas movies on the weekends whenever I would visit. 9 times out of 10, if it was up to me or my dad to choose a movie, it would be Jingle All the Way. I don't know if he genuinely liked it or like he picked it just because he knew I liked it, but he was always there to watch it. So I like to think that he loved it. He better loved it. Because that's why we're watching this tonight. Yeah. This is assuming it's close to Christmas. Because when I go over, that's exactly what we're watching.
Yeah, I like Jingle All the Way quite a bit.
Yeah, damn right you will.
Yeah. Fun fact, it's one of the few movies before Marvel that has an after credit scene.
What was the after credit scene?
They're standing by the Christmas tree and his wife says, "What did you get me for Christmas?"
Oh,
and he goes, it looks like camera.
This Turbo Man costume.
I'm going to wear it to bed tonight.
Yeah, I was just looking up Jingle All the Way, like the Blu-ray version.
Yeah.
Just like, I wonder if I can get that before. How soon can I get that? My dad doesn't have a Blu-ray player. Ugh.
That's what you should get him for Christmas. Blu-ray players are cheap now.
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine it? Hey, Dad. Here's a Blu-ray player. Merry Christmas. By the way.
Oh, you don't have any Blu-rays?
Oh, it is. It is on Blu-ray. Oh, wow. Right now, you can get Deck the Halls and Jingle All the Way for $10.
What is Deck the Halls?
I have no idea. It looks like that dude that you like, though. What's his name? Matthew Broderick?
Who doesn't like Matthew Broderick?
I don't think I've seen any of the movies he's been in.
Ferris Bueller?
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Bueller?
Yeah.
Bueller?
Danny DeVito's in it, too.
I you know what? Now that, I'm remembering that movie. I haven't seen it, but I remember seeing previews for that movie.
Yeah. You save $12 if you buy it now. Canadian.
Whoa. I think we should move on.
Yes, I think we should do.
So my first Christmas movie is a movie called Scrooged. It's
sounds familiar.
It stars Bill Murray, and it's just Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, but told in modern times. So Bill Murray plays, I can't remember his first name. I think it's Harold Cross. He plays a top level TV executive who is all about the bottom dollar and doesn't have the spirit of Christmas at all. And so he is visited by 3 ghosts, and he learns the true meaning of Christmas by the end of the movie. Spoilers. I think it's Bill Murray at his best.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, it's like, is it very Bill Murray?
Very dry. Again, a very quotable movie. Another line I quote all the time is there's one point they're on set because they're filming A Christmas Carol as a live TV event. Mm-hmm. And there's one point where their stage manager is standing there and some prop guy is holding like a lamp stand or something, like a fake, an outside lamp.
Yeah.
And he goes and turns and Bill Murray just goes, "Oh, look out." And the lady just gets creamed by it. That's a line I say all the time. It's just deadpan. Oh, look out.
I think I've seen chunks of this movie because Bill Murray and like the ghosts of like Christmas are like going back and like revisiting shit. It sounds familiar. It sounds like
his name's Franklin or something. Frank Cross.
Frank Ross or Frank Cross? That's a name to say. Frank Cross. Frank Cross.
TV exec. Yeah. And again, lots of quotable lines, like the Ghost of Christmas Past says that he's done this so many times that he takes people to meet their parents. I forget who he says. It was somebody like Genghis Khan when he saw his mother, Niagara Falls. Just a great movie. It's just a cool spin on the Christmas Carol. Great performances. Bill Murray's in it, as I said. Bobcat Goldthwait plays a Bob Cratchit type. Well, no, he's not Bob Cratchit. I don't know who he would be in the original story. He comes back with a shotgun.
Makes sense.
At one point. You know who Bobcat Goldthwait is?
Nope.
He's the guy who was like, I don't know. Like that guy.
You know what? As vague as I was, nailed it.
Yeah. He's in it. Dang, I just lost my trail of thought. Who else is in it? Oh, I've lost every name of the people who are in it. Uh-huh. But lots of great actors are in it. Carol Kane, I think her name is. She plays the Ghost of Christmas Present, who is just like this fairy who is incredibly annoying and loves to just beat on Bill Murray. And is like constantly like punching him in the gut and like smacking him in the face and stuff.
That lady?
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrifying looking.
Yeah. It's just so great because Bill Murray just does not care throughout most of it, as he's not supposed to, right? But like the thing is, he's just so annoyed by all of the ghosts that like it's just comedy gold. See, this is why I don't like reviewing comedies, because it's just me being like, it's really funny, guys. Take my word for it.
I mean,
but if you haven't seen Scrooge, like check it out. Like it's great. You will laugh.
I'll add that to the list.
Yeah. You should buy a Blu-ray copy for your dad with the Blu-ray player.
I don't know if my dad would enjoy that.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I've recommended movies to him before, and sometimes he'd be like, "Oh yeah, he's gonna love this movie," and sometimes he Yeah.
Okay.
4 out of 5 times he'll like it. There's like that one time it's like, really? You didn't like?
My dad's the opposite, where I'll be like, he's going to hate this movie. And then he watches it and loves it. And you're like, really?
Why though?
Yeah. So Scrooged, starring Bill Murray and some other people. That was my number 2, Victor.
My
number 1.
It's like,
What year is this?
Okay, so my number 2 would be Iron Man 3.
Really?
Yeah, shut up.
All right.
It's a Marvel movie.
Uh-huh.
It's got some Christmas cheer to it. Kind of.
I don't even think they celebrate Christmas in the movie.
Yeah, well.
I mean, like, Christmas is coming
in
the movie, but I don't think they ever
This is
celebrate.
my wild card, Josh.
All right. This is I don't have to follow the rules.
Just
I mean, I'll give it to you. It's a holiday movie.
Mm-hmm. They celebrate some kind of holiday in the Avengers, right?
I mean, they must.
Well, this is the newest addition to the list because it's the newest movie on the list. Anyways,
okay.
whatever. I don't know. It's Iron Man 3. It's good. It's fun. It's Marvel. I don't know why Marvel's a plus there, but like, I guess now it is.
So, okay. So why is this one of your favorite Christmas movies then? Just because you like Iron Man?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just like a good movie. It's fun. It's lighthearted.
Some people would disagree with you.
Yeah, but they're idiots.
I'm not saying that I'm one of them, but I'm just saying some people would disagree with you.
And they're wrong. And that's okay. They can be wrong, just not near me.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know how to say that. It's directed by Shane Black. Very well done. Well directed movie. You can tell this is a very well thought out process for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
I like Iron Man 3. Yeah. Not my favorite.
Yeah.
But I
don't know. It's I think it might be my favorite Iron Man movie as well.
I think okay. Really?
Yeah. Like it wrestles number 1 for number 1 quite often. And yeah. I don't know.
Right.
There's something about the humor in this and the kind of arc that he goes through that solidifies it for me. Like I really liked everything that happens in number 1, but like the last act was kind of felt tacked on, whereas number 3 feels relatively solid all the way through. That makes sense. Like number 1 kills it for first act and second act, but drops the ball in the third act.
Okay.
Iron Man 3 above average all the way through. Not spectacular, but
okay. I think we need to have a longer conversation about this movie at another time.
I mean, sooner or later we'll get there.
Yeah.
We're on Iron Man 2 right now.
But yeah, something like that. It's just weird because I don't like, I acknowledge that there's Christmas elements in Iron Man 3, but it's not a movie I would go to for Christmas cheer. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a movie that'd be like, you know what? I kind of want to watch a Christmas movie. It's December. Iron Man 3.
But like, sometimes I don't want a movie, a Christmas movie that's constantly hammering home, hey, it's Christmas time. It's Christmas. You like presents? You like gingerbread? You like Santa Claus? All of it here. Sometimes I just want a movie that takes place around the holidays.
Okay.
I like Die Hard. Did you know that Die Hard is a Christmas movie?
Yeah.
Some would argue no, but it definitely is.
I don't care if people think it is or isn't. I'm just so sick of everyone talking about it. It's a tired argument. No one cares.
Is it?
No one cares.
All right.
I mean, everyone cares, but stop caring. It doesn't matter. So Iron Man 3. Yeah, because it's weird because it's like Christmas is the setting and it's not the theme.
It's never brought up. It's just,
it's almost like, why is it set at Christmas? That's really my point, I guess, is, well, what does it matter that it's set at Christmas?
Because
it's Shane Black and he loves Christmas.
Yeah.
All right.
Plus at the beginning of the movie, isn't he like, never mind. I was picturing like when he's trying on that first, that Mark II 42 for the first time. Is the Christmas music that's playing? It's not.
Yes, it is Christmas music.
Oh, there you go. Setting it up.
Yeah. It ticked me off because it could have been AC/DC. But whatever.
It's the holidays, man. Plus, what other holiday can you get Pepper a giant stuffed bunny rabbit?
Easter.
That's stupid, Josh. Why would that be? Dang, I shot myself in the foot. All right. That's not number 2.
Number 2 is Iron Man 3. Okay, well, I'm going to take things way, way back to Frank Capra's It's a Wonderful Life.
You know, every time we do one of these like top 3s, I never heard of the things that you bring up.
Yeah, because I have taste and you just watch whatever's in front of you. What?
I mean,
you've never heard of It's a Wonderful Life?
I guess I have. I just had no idea what context is that. Is that a song? Is that a movie? Is that a TV show? Book? What is that?
It's a movie. Oh, I'm sure you've
figured that out by now.
Well, I'm sure in some way you've heard of it, like because sitcoms like to do parodies of it or homages to it.
Yeah.
So basically,
like through that context, I've probably seen something or I would recognize it.
So basically, the premise of the movie is that it kind of takes you through this guy's life. George Bailey, played by Jimmy Stewart. All about the 2-word impressions tonight.
Oh yeah.
Played by Jimmy Stewart, and he reaches a crossroads in his life where he's really screwed up and he suddenly owes a lot of money, and he gets the idea in his head that he is worth more dead than he is alive because he has a life insurance policy on him. And if he committed suicide, that would pay out the debt that he owes. And so he's at this moment where he's going to jump off the bridge. An angel comes down and shows him his life, what life would be like without him around, because he thinks he hasn't done anything good in his life. And
I see.
So it goes back through all the event, or it doesn't go back through all the events, but like, because you've watched his life up to this point, him just walking around town and interacting with people that he thinks he knows and stuff like that, and them not knowing who he was, he sees the impact that he has on everybody in his life. So it starts from little things like when he was a little kid, he worked for a pharmacist, and the pharmacist, his son passed away suddenly from pneumonia. And so he made a mistake while mixing pills for somebody when he was fulfilling an order. And George noticed it as a kid and went back and said, "You got it wrong." And because he did that, he caught it. But because he wasn't there in this version of reality, that guy goes to jail because he gave them poison, or he gave them medicine that made them sick or whatever. Yeah. So he's been in jail for this entire time, or not. I don't know. He's disgraced. He lost his job and he's been a drunk ever since or whatever. And stuff like that. And like the old house that he bought and restored is still like this junkered. And the wife he married is this old maid, and, you know, never married anyone. And just,
wow, she had no options, eh?
Yeah, I guess not. So it's an old movie. I think it's from the early 40s. So it's in black and white. And
oh, cool. I like those movies.
Yeah. And it's just a feel good movie. I honestly, like, I've seen it a number of times, and like the turn doesn't happen until like the last 15, 20 minutes of it. I am so much more interested in just watching his life play out up until that point. I just, Jimmy Smits. No, that's Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy Stewart just plays George Bailey. Like that was his shtick, was the aw shucks kind of guy. And so George Bailey is just such a likable character. And yeah, and when he has his downfall, you really feel bad for him. And you're like, oh, don't kill yourself, George. People love you.
Or do it and see what happens.
And you know what? I'm going to spoil the end because it's a movie that's been around for
70 years.
70 years. Yeah.
80 years.
Maybe probably
80.
70.
You said 40s, right?
Yeah.
We're going
I don't know
to the
when
20s.
in the 40s, but whatever.
Oh, I see.
Whatever. Yeah, I'm going to spoil it. So at the end, he decides not to kill himself and live up to the consequences. So he thinks he's probably going to jail. But then everyone in town has found out about it. So they come and give him money.
Oh, that's a feel-good movie right there.
Yeah, right there. And then it ends with this giant Christmas celebration.
Do they all sing in front of the giant town Christmas tree?
No, they're in his house. And he says, "Oh, I'm the richest man in town." Because he has friends, Victor.
Oh. I thought he just kept all the money for himself.
Still going to jail.
But worth it. I'm going to jail rich. Screw y'all suckers.
Yeah. It's just a feel good movie. It's nice, and I like watching old black and white movies. Like it's just there's something wholesome about them. That's just kind of nice. Yeah.
All right, I can dig it.
Yeah.
Maybe not my thing, but I appreciate it. I might watch it just so I can get all the pop culture references to it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's pretty good. Like it's one of those quintessential movies, I would say, that like you don't need to watch it every year or anything like that. But I think it's like Star Wars, say, where while I don't necessarily like Star Wars, if someone was like, no, I haven't seen it, I was like, you should probably watch it because it's like a cultural thing. Like it's so ingrained in our culture that you should at least watch it.
You get a lot more references.
To like it. I don't care if you like it, but
yeah, it's just there so you can get all the references later on.
Yeah.
You enjoy the things.
For sure.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. So I tend to watch that almost every year.
High up on the list then.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Want to know what my number 3 is?
No, I think we should probably end the episode here.
All right.
No. Go ahead.
Another Shane Black movie. Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. Kiss, kiss, bang. Let me try that again.
All right. We'll just pretend you didn't say that.
Yeah. Number 3 on my list is also a Shane Black movie. Kiss, kiss, bang, bang, starring Iron Man and Batman. Okay. Robert Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer.
That's right. As Magic Fingers and Gay Perry.
Wow, you remember those names, eh? I
don't remember Robert Downey Jr.'s name, but
the movie is about a small-time robber, Robert Downey Jr. Robs a place and tries to escape, gets caught up in an acting role, and basically gets caught up in a murder investigation where he's working with Gay Perry, a detective, to try to...
Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't want to ruin it because he kind of just falls into Hollywood.
Yeah, like between him being in the movie and then like 30 minutes in, it's like, all right, that first party. It's like, oh, that's a big jump up.
That's what happens though, I guess.
That's Hollywood.
Yeah, I like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang a lot. I think that was the first. I think it's Shane Black's first movie he directed.
Oh, really?
Because it was only a screenwriter up until that point.
It was actually you who introduced me to this movie.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I like it a lot. I mean, it's got the detective elements, and it's got a lot of Shane Black staples in it. Like it's Christmas time, the unreliable narrator. You know.
Him, like Robert Downey Jr. narrating this thing it's pretty funny.
Yeah,
like it's definitely his style.
Yeah, I feel very much like he handed Downey what he was supposed to say, and he was just like, okay, I get the gist of it, and he just said whatever, to make it work. But
and it's just like the humor in this is just so well done.
Yeah, because Shane Black is good at subverting expectations for a joke, and then commenting on it. One of my favorite lines in this movie is, you know what would happen if you looked up the dictionary?
I was just thinking that one. I was trying to
if you look up in the dictionary for idiot, what would you find? A picture of me?
No, the description of idiot, which is what you are. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to spoil. Like, I don't want to spoil the scene, but like, yeah, it's just a good movie. I don't want to go in depth with it, but if you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch it.
Yeah, and Michelle Monaghan is also in it. She's great as like the femme fatale. She's not even really a femme fatale. She's almost as much as involved as the two detectives are. But yeah, it's just a well-crafted mystery as well, and like everything is well thought out. I don't know.
Downey pees on a hooker in this.
A dead hooker.
You didn't have to give him that detail. It's funny.
It's funnier that she's dead.
No context. He pees on a hooker. You should watch this movie.
Yeah, this movie is great. Again, though, it's like one of those movies where I don't think of Christmas when I think of it.
Best Christmas movies. So I got one that's like really hammering it in, like all the process of Christmas and getting to Christmas with Jingle All the Way. And then these ones just, what? There's
Robert
Christmas?
Downey Jr. and it's Christmas time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's Robert Downey Jr. in both.
Because like, is there any reason for it to be at Christmas? I guess he's looking for a gift for his daughter at the beginning. That's why he's robbing the place. Yeah. And then it's also an excuse to have Michelle Monaghan in a sexy Santa outfit at one point.
Right.
But yeah.
For the plot, no, doesn't really need to be Christmas.
No.
Could just be robbing the place for a gift.
And it's LA, so it's not even snowy. It doesn't even look Christmassy. Victor, your list sucks.
I go for humor. What do you want me to do? Plus, this is my list. What can I say?
All right.
This is
so you'd watch these movies at Christmas time?
Generally, yeah. There might be like these three, at least two of them.
All right. Well, Victor,
it's number 3 for old Joshua over there.
I almost don't want to say it's Die Hard. I watch this movie pretty much every Christmas. Mm-hmm. It's not like I wait for it or anything like that. It's just I kind of just associate it with Christmas.
Yeah.
And so it's not like if I wanted to watch it in April, I'd watch it in April. But like,
yeah. Like you don't, yeah,
I just don't think about it until December. And I'm like, oh yeah, I should watch Die Hard again.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah.
A year.
Yeah. I just like Die Hard. Like, it's a great movie. I was just actually watching, there's a new Netflix documentary called The Movies That Made Us.
Okay.
And there's an episode on Die Hard and just talking about like just the ins and outs of them trying to get it made and where Bruce Willis was in his career when he did this movie. Like they were saying in the documentary that when they showed the theatrical trailer for this, when they showed Bruce Willis on screen, people laughed because they didn't think of him as an action hero.
And here we are.
Here he is.
Die Hard 5.
Now people are laughing again. It's just like, he's still making movies. All right. Good on him. Yeah. It's just a great movie. And like people argue, oh, it's not a Christmas movie.
Why? It's a Christmas party.
It's more of a Christmas movie than I would argue 2 of your movies are. Because it's very much, it's set on Christmas Eve. Like the soundtrack is almost entirely Christmas songs.
There's Christmas related jokes.
There's Christmas related jokes. There's Christmas related plot points. Like the reason why the building is empty is because it's Christmas. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's one point in it that I forgot what I was going to say.
Ho, ho, ho. Now I have a machine gun.
Yeah, there you go. There's something there. And like, man, what was I going to say? Oh, when the vault opens, the bank robber, the robbers get to get their money. Mm-hmm. Like Ode to Joy is playing over the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just, yeah, I'd say if you want to say it's not a Christmas movie, fine. I get it. But it's more Christmassy than Victor's movies.
You know what? That says a lot about us, though. It's like, yeah, very Christmassy movies. Like, that maybe Die Hard may be arguable to some people, but like, I'm not really like a big Christmassy holiday celebration guy. I like Christmas, but like, I don't like same thing. I don't watch Disney. I didn't watch Disney movies growing up. I didn't watch a lot of like Pixar movies growing up either. Just never really cared for them. And I think Christmas is always like, those Christmas movies always cringy to me.
Oh, I get it. You don't like feeling good.
Yeah, it's the whole no soul thing, you know?
Yeah. I don't think that was a joke in this episode.
It wasn't. After I said that, I was like, shit.
Nice callback, but yeah. It's like a 3-week callback now.
I don't know. Like that's probably why my list is so unchristmassy for Christmas, but
there's a lot of violence in all your movies.
Yeah. Listen, you should see the library I grew up with and you'll see why. You'd be like, oh, you know what? Those are pretty Christmassy. Because those are probably the only selections he had.
You know what? I grew up with those movies too.
Yeah, but you had variety.
That's true.
I didn't. I chose not.
Some would call it taste, but you know.
Unlikely. I don't know. I just never like my cousins would watch it. I'd see them watch it in the next room and be like, I want to go do something. I'm going to do literally
not
anything
even
else.
like A Christmas Story?
No.
You didn't?
Or like Nightmare Before Christmas?
Okay. You didn't?
No. Didn't care for it. But like, yeah, just like.
You just don't like feeling good. Is that?
I feel good. I feel good when like Turtle Man busts out of the parade with his jetpack. Or like Die Hard. Yeah.
Yeah. I should probably talk some more about Die Hard.
Yes.
Yeah. If you are unfamiliar, if you've lived under a rock or you're 7,
Specifically 7.
Yeah. 8-year-olds know what Die Hard is, Victor.
Yeah. 8-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7. Yeah, yeah.
There's a year where you forget. Everyone goes through it. Yeah, Die Hard stars a New York City cop going to visit his wife and family in LA for Christmas. He and his wife are estranged, and he's going to visit. So he goes to the Christmas party at his wife's building. And little did he know that terrorists were going to come that night, or robbers disguised as terrorists. And so his wife and all the other partygoers are held hostage. Mm-hmm. He manages to escape, and it's just a movie about him versus the terrorists. And he's like slowly whittling them down and slowly screwing up their plans as the night goes on. Mm-hmm. And it's just about survival and about perseverance and the meaning of Christmas. But it's probably hands down one of the best action movies ever made as well.
Oh yeah.
And it's interesting to look back at it because the way that we look at action now is very much informed from this movie. Mm-hmm. It was, again, I'm just quoting The Movies That Made Us documentary. Check it out on Netflix. Like at that time, all the action movies were like Stallone and Schwarzenegger and these like guys chiseled out of wood, you know, and they're just Greek gods to us. And like, he was the first one who was, yeah, I'm kind of that guy. Like he talks to himself and he's running around barefoot, you know, he hides when he needs to. He doesn't always just run out shooting guns and like, he's kind of smart, but he makes dumb mistakes too.
He's just a walking one-liner. Murdering one-liner.
Sort of.
Yeah. Wasn't Stallone up for this role?
Everyone was at one point.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone. And again, the documentary talks about that. And they said that everyone turned it down because he hides all the time. And at one point he cries.
Oh, yeah.
And like, he's just a wimp throughout the entire movie. They finally got to Bruce Willis, who was like a TV star who was having a failing movie career at the time.
Yeah. And here we are.
And here we are now.
Die Hard 5.
Yeah.
Shit.
So yeah, I like that one a lot. I tend to watch it. Sometimes I switch it up. I watch Die Hard 2 because that one also takes place at Christmas.
Yeah. Airport, right?
Yeah. William Sadler is the villain.
I haven't actually.
Who's also in Iron Man 3.
I haven't seen that one in a while. I might give that one a shot this Christmas.
Not great.
I know.
Well, yeah, that's all I really have to say about Die Hard. So that was our
top 3 holiday/Christmas movies.
Yeah. I'd recommend all of mine highly.
I also recommend all of mine highly.
I mean, I don't disagree with Victor. I actually do like all the movies on Victor's list. I just don't think, I think most of them are not Christmas movies, but
no, they are. They are. Listen,
whatever.
You just said,
you know what? It's yours. It's yours. You can have it. I'll give it to you.
And it wouldn't be a top 3 list if I didn't break some of the rules.
It's top 4 Christmas movies and then 2 Shane Black movies that are set at Christmas.
Christmas movies.
Anyways. You know what? I don't want to die on this hill, Victor. I actually quite like living in this hill. Don't love it.
It's a good place to die.
No, it's not. It is. I'm leaving.
Fine. Yeah, I guess that is our top 3 or top 6, I guess. 3 each. Do the math. Let us know your top 3.
Wait, do you have a calculator? I just need to check that.
Anyways, you want to get in touch with us directly, you can email us at averageUninformed@gmail.com. And hope everyone had a wonderful holiday /Christmas or whatever you celebrate. And Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bunch of nerds.